Hey Mummas, so today I'm going to show you how to make some breast milk mini soap bars. I use them on Delilah and I use them for my skin. They're great for hydrating dry skin and perfect for a nappy rash as well. They're really easy to make with at-home ingredients that you probably already have in your cupboard. So we hope you enjoy it as much as we do. Because we are only making mini soap bars, you definitely don't need to use the whole bar. I've separated it up into 4 sort of equal parts. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And basically, you'll just use one of those portions to make these soaps. So once you've broken off one of the portions, I just pop it into a saucepan because we're going to heat this to melt it down just on a really low temperature. Once we have added the soap into the pan on a low heat, we add in 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. You'll notice that your soap bar becomes really soft over the heat, so you can start breaking it up into smaller pieces to make it easier to stir. Keep stirring at all times and just keep breaking up those bigger clumps. I am also occasionally taking it off the heat. Every now and again, take it off the heat. The pan's still really warm, so you can just keep stirring it in and you can see that it's starting to sort of all come together in a kind of thick mixture now. And it's starting to get to this kind of thicker texture again. I add 1 more tablespoon of coconut oil and stir that one in. Again, I'm still off the heat here. And now you can see that all the big clumps have dissolved, and I've turned the heat down now to 1 just because these are just the finishing touches of melting down that soap bar. It'll start to look like this. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that now. So the consistency is like this. It smells delicious already. So the next stage is adding your breast milk into your base soap mix. The main thing that you need to remember is that the breast milk cannot be cold. It needs to be at room temperature. Okay, really gradual. Add it in just a tiny bit at a time. The milk that I'm using was stored in the freezer and now I've brought it up to room temperature. Now this will start to thicken because it's sort of that cooler temperature hitting that soap base. It's really starting to thicken up now. It gets like that sort of sticky texture, like this. A bit like mashed potatoes. Starting to get a lot less clumpy and mashed potato now. Like a milk texture, just thick, creamy milk. And the last bit. You can also add in like an essential oil. You can use the bar of soaps that have the smells with them already. I actually really like the no smell mini soaps. I am going to add a little bit of honey, so that does add that flavour to it anyway. Great. That's all mixed in. I'll show you what it looks like. So that's the texture, nice and creamy and soft. So here are my just plain milk mini soap bars, all put into the ice cube tray. I'll show you now how to make milk and honey ones. And here's my little jar of honey. The absolute perfect distraction for when finishing off your breast milk soap. Get out a couple of kitchen utensils and she's happy. The honey really is great for dry skin. It adds so much moisture to the soap bars. And then these are your little mini soap bars. So I actually store these in the freezer and it's just a single-use soap bar. And that's them all finished. So it's really easy. These are just one-use soap bars. There's no preservatives, no naughties, all stuff that you can see just here on the bench. And yeah, really easy. A great way to use your breast milk. And that's it. So that's how we make these breast milk mini soap bars. I'm going to store these in the freezer and I'll just take them out before we have a shower or a bath. Easy and yes, and really quick, and these little bars of soap are amazing. So I hope you like this breast milk idea, and I hope that you can use it at home. If you have any questions, just let me know. So that's breast milk soap bars.